nutrition. Cody?
That's right, Alyssa. A proposed ballot initiative would make it illegal for stores to sell to kids under 13 or to adults who intend to give a smartphone to a preteen. Supporters say change is needed for those who worry too much screen time is hurting our kids.
They're too dependent on technology, and thinking about not having access to apps and games all the time is not a bad idea.
For Tisha Sparks, a mother of 2 and an aunt to a 12-year-old, restricting the amount of time her children spend on their phone is a necessary precaution taken by she and her husband.
There's actually a timer on the tablet, so it'll time her out, and then if she wants to continue, then I have to reset it.
She's not the only one who believes the younger generation can cope with less technology. A group in Colorado, Parents Against Underage Smartphones, came up with a proposal to outlaw sales of smartphones to children under 13.
The kids aren't playing out there anymore. There are certain critical stages of development that are not happening.
If approved, cell phone stores would have to ask the age for intended users and could face fines for multiple violations. Dr. Tim Farnham says only 19% of parents believe their preteen should have a smartphone.
What we're doing to kids is not right. We're abandoning kids to technology, and it's doing them a lot of harm.
Some parents in Central Illinois agree.
They spend too much time on the apps and on the internet, and they need to be outside more.
But Tisha Sparks believes it's not the right solution for her kids.
Recommendations, I think, are great, maybe even education, but I don't think that it should be a law.
Supporters still need more than 100,000 signatures to get it on the ballot on next year, and the proposal would still allow sales of cell phones to kids, but not smartphones that come with access to games and apps. Alyssa?
Thanks, Cody. According to a study from London, schools that ban students from carrying phones see a clear improvement in test scores. Researchers looked at how phone policies in 91 schools in England have changed since 2001. They then compared that data with results achieved in national exams taken at the age of 16. The study found the school's test scores improved by 6.4% following a ban on phone use. Well, a 2012 study found that nearly 60% of parents said they offered cell phones to their children at ages 10 and 11. Since then, the average age has gotten even younger. Experts recommend that before you give your child a cell phone, you should have a conversation with them about digital hygiene, such as staying within data limits, steering clear of privacy risks, and cyberbullying. Bartonville's police chief is running for Peoria County Sheriff. It was a story WMBD brought you on Monday. If elected, Brian Fengel says he will continue incumbent Sheriff Mike McCoy's anti-heroin initiative, focusing on safe passage for drug addicts to help them with the recovery process. He also intends on addressing new technology for the entire county.
Get everybody into the same system for networking, for sharing information on criminals, and try to get that addressed. We're in the 21st century. There's no real excuse why we shouldn't have everybody on that same technology.
Fengel will make a formal announcement Wednesday at 10 a.m. in front of Bartonville Village Hall. Sheriff McCoy, you'll recall, has announced his resignation and has been selected as the next chief of police in Washington. A new name will hold office when Sheriff Mike McCoy leaves June 29th to become Chief of Washington Police. Jail Superintendent Brian Asbelt will take the oath to be appointed successor, finishing out the 18 months remaining on McCoy's term. He will have more from Asbelt tonight at 10. The village of Tremont will see some changes in recycling pickup come August. WMBD's Melissa Rose is live in studio with the details. Melissa?
Alyssa, the Tremont Village Board decided Monday night to switch to curbside recycling pickup. Residents who choose to recycle currently have to drop it off in a bin by Tremont's water tower. Now recycling will be offered at their curb for $7.50 a month. Their current method costs $225 per pickup. Village Clerk Jerry Madsen says the bin gets picked up 2 to 3 times a month, and they've received messages on Facebook and phone calls asking for this new option.
Based on the results we get at our recycle bin, which is overflowing every week, I think they'll be quite receptive.
The bin located by the water tower will be removed August 1st. Madsen says nothing is written in stone with this change, and if residents turn out not to like this option, they will look into either returning the bin or other alternatives. Alyssa, back to you.
Thanks, Melissa. Well, now to a story from our Capitol newsroom. Lawmakers will come back to the Capitol tomorrow to start special session. And Governor Rauner is making sure lawmakers know what's at stake if they fail to pass a budget by the end of the month. Tonight, he's hosting a live address at the Old State Capitol, rather. The governor is calling this the most important legislative session in Illinois history, with only 10 days to pass a state budget. Some expectations from his speech include the need for compromise. However, some Democratic leaders say in order for that to happen, there needs to be an intervention. Democrats continue to blame Rauner for the budget impasse, which Republicans say the blame is on everyone.
I think there's plenty to go around. I think the Democrats need to realize that nothing's going to get signed into law without the governor approving it. And I think those of us as Republicans need to realize nothing's going to pass the House and the Senate without the Democrats.
Lawmakers have two budgets on the table to vote on when they return: a spending plan the Senate passed and the new GOP budget compromise, which Rauner supports. Tune in to WMBD News tonight at 6 to watch Governor Rauner's address. Police in Brussels, Belgium say an individual has set off an explosion at a train station. A main square was evacuated. The Belgium Crisis Center tweeted the military neutralized the individual and that the situation is under control. One witness says he was inside the station when that explosion went off, which was followed by a small fire. A Republican data firm is under fire after the personal information of nearly 200 million U.S. voters was mistakenly exposed online. The leaked information included names, birth dates, addresses, voter registration details, and social media posts. Deeproot Analytics blamed the incident on a security setting upgrade. A cyber risk analyst discovered the open database on June 12th, saying it was available for anyone to download. Deeproot then admitted the data had been exposed for nearly 2 weeks before being secured. The Republican National Committee says it's no longer working with Deeproot. Well, fewer people like the president, according to a new poll. A CBS News poll has Trump's approval rating at 36%. That's down 5 percentage points from a similar poll taken in late April. Pollsters are blaming the drop in part on negative reaction to the president's handling of the investigation into Russian meddling in the election. A third of those surveyed say Trump's approach to the Russia probe has worsened their opinion of him. Meanwhile, 63% of Americans polled say they're not happy with the way Trump has responded to the controversy. U.S. Senators Dick Durbin and Tammy Duckworth from Illinois are joining 194 members of Congress in filing a lawsuit against President Trump. The lawmakers say the president allegedly violated the Constitution by receiving numerous benefits from foreign states without seeking approval. Those include payments from foreign governments, housing officials in rooms at Trump's D.C. hotel, and accepting benefits from foreign governments in connection with his business around the world. Now, Senator Dick Durbin says, quote, from his singular refusal to disclose his income tax returns to his failure to divest his global web of business holdings, President Trump has defied well-established standards of disclosure and propriety. Senator Tammy Duckworth says, quote, by refusing to divest from his business interests or place assets in a blind trust, the president has made it possible for him to profit from his position in government. Blame it on the heat. How hot is too hot when it comes to grounding flights in Phoenix, Arizona? And a new perk when it comes to Prime, how you can try it before you buy it with Amazon Wardrobe.
And much like yesterday, we started off with a lot of sunshine this morning. A nice, comfortable day, but as soon as that afternoon heat started bubbling up, some showers and thunderstorms passing on through. Now, these storms will end around sunset. Looks like more heat is on the way, though. We'll have a look at that forecast coming up next.
Brad Barker Honda, you already know about our new vehicles, but we don't want you to forget about our pre-owned vehicles. At Brad Barker Honda, we take a lot of pride in our pre-owned inventory. When you drive onto our lot, you'll find 35 to 50 quality pre-owned vehicles. Most vehicles have been locally owned and driven in our community, instead of purchased at an auto auction. We take each vehicle through a detailed process to make sure that they are ready for you to buy. It's important to us to provide you with a good history on your used car, because at Brad Barker Honda, you're more than a customer, you're family.
This spring, pick your power. Steel fuel-powered equipment is the #1 selling brand in America, and the Steel Lightning battery system delivers the power to do more on a single charge. Right now, you can pick fuel or battery at a great price with trimmers starting at just $129.95. Plus, get legendary Steel chainsaws starting at just $179.95. Don't forget your protective apparel. It's National Safety Month, so grab a pair of Steel protective chaps starting at $78.95. Pick your power. Then, pick up a Steel. Visit SteelDealers.com.
It's time
Time to call trouble-free. Time to call trouble-free.
Time to call trouble-free.
Call now before leaks and plumbing issues get out of hand. Call trouble-free for incredible savings. Call trouble-free heating and cooling and plumbing today.
2 kids in karate, 1 in soccer, piano lessons for all 3, the latest PlayStation, and a new window. I can't afford to pay full price for dental care. And with Dentrite, I don't have to.
With the Dentrite Dental Discount Plan, you can save 20 to 70% on needed care. For $80 a year, your entire family can join Dentrite today. So call 1-877-DENTRITE and start saving now.
Bloomington on the Storm Tracker Skycam Network, brought to you by Gilman Brothers.
Imagine never cleaning your gutters again. Put on Gutter Helmet, America's original, first, and #1 gutter protection system. Get 15% off your purchase. Call Gutter Helmet or visit us online at IllinoisGutterHelmet.com to find out how.
Looking for something fun to do in Central Illinois? Look no further than the Limelight Eventplex event calendar on CI Proud. From entertainment to local culture to sporting events, there's something for every day of the year. Connect to the event calendar on CIProud.com.
Just get connected.
Now, your local weather authority, WMBD's chief meteorologist, Chris Yates.
Welcome back. It's been a beautiful day, but now we've had some showers and thunderstorms popping up. So far, it's been relatively dry here in Peoria, though some of the outflow boundaries and some of the cooler air coming in from these storms, dropping temperatures down a little bit in Peoria, but good looking view from our Paradise Hotel and Casino Skycam in East Peoria. 72 degrees currently, winds out of the south at 11 miles per hour, but the humidity, it's increased a little bit as those temperatures have dropped. 86 degrees in Pontiac, Lakin is 84. Expect your temperatures to begin to drop. Storms just now knocking on your door, coming in from the north. We'll see these showers and storms continuing to drop to the southeast, but we have another line to talk about. It's the line that's currently working its way through southern and McLean County. Down near Downs, Leroy could be looking at some brief heavy downpours, some gusty winds also in Hayworth. Back here towards Armington, Menier just got done with their storms. Delavan also picking up a little bit of rain and some gusty winds as those storms now push southward into Logan County. Here's another strong cell moving to the southeast towards Mason City at about 25 miles per hour. Earlier, we could have seen some small hail up to about the size of dimes out of this thing. Now it's mainly a gusty wind threat at 40 miles per hour. Also some heavy downpours possible. More thunderstorms also back to the north across northern Livingston County, now beginning to push into the Pontiac area. Will produce mainly some heavy rain along with some gusty winds up to about 25 or 30 miles per hour. Now we could be looking at some additional storm development right back here across northwestern parts of Peoria County and far southeastern portions of Knox County in the next hour or so. So Peoria might get a little bit of rain before this entire system pushes on through. And once it does, we'll be looking at clearing skies. Much like last night, these storms will produce a little bit of rain, some gusty winds, maybe some hail in spots, and then it'll quickly end by sunset. A warm front will then kind of be stuck in central Illinois for tomorrow. So temperature-wise, it's not going to be much different than it was today, but we'll likely see that kind of changing as we head into Thursday. So these showers and storms race off tonight. Skies becoming mostly clear. We could be looking at some patchy fog developing late tonight, early tomorrow. Not expecting that to be a big deal, though. Temperatures then dropping to about 70 degrees by 11 p.m., so we'll keep it fairly steady early this evening. I know we're 72 now. Might have those temperatures bounce up. If we don't see any rain, it'll be warmer. If we see the rain, temperatures may actually drop a little bit more. Temperatures upper 50s to low 60s tonight. Peoria down to 62 degrees, 59 in Lakin. Fast forward through tomorrow. More sunshine on the way with skies becoming partly cloudy in the afternoon. We'll need to watch for this, a complex of storms coming in from the west. If it can hold together by tomorrow evening, we could be looking at a stray shower or storm moving on through, but it's not going to be a big deal. In fact, I'll keep the forecast dry for tomorrow during the day. But tomorrow evening, we might see that stray storm rolling on through. High temperatures are going to be back into the low to mid 80s. Now this front gets a nice push back to the north as we head into Thursday. We'll be looking at partly cloudy skies, some moisture coming in from the south. Will be remnants of Tropical Storm Cindy, bringing us a little bit of moisture, though the heaviest moisture in the best chance for rain out of that is going to stay across southern parts of the state, but it will interact with that front, bring us storm chances a little later this week. As for your comfort forecast, feeling a little sticky, a little muggy, at least through Friday, but the comfort forecast starts to look a little more positive heading into this weekend. Here's a look at that extended forecast. The best chance of rain, albeit a stray evening storm not out of the question tomorrow. It should be a dry day. Thursday will be dry as well, but storms return Thursday night and should continue through Friday morning. Once we get through that, things look up heading into the weekend, though some spotty showers could return to the forecast with highs in the lower 70s on Sunday.
Little bit of everything the next couple days is what it seems
Got
like.
a little summer, which officially begins at 11:24 tonight. So
Okay.
we got the summer-like weather coming in at least through Thursday. We'll bring back a little spring-like weather while we can.
I like that on Thursday we get close, but we don't hit gross.
Exactly.
That's good news.
We're getting close enough.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Chris. A new way to check your bags at the airport using your face, where the service is being used, and how it works.
Turn back the clock around the clock with Merle Norman's anti-aging complex system. 94% saw an improvement in the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. 91% agree skin felt firmer around the eyes. 91% felt an improvement in skin smoothness. Come in and try our anti-aging complex system today. Merle Norman.
Visit your nearest Merle Norman Cosmetic Studio for your personalized service.
Boy, life's really happening in the Reyes house.
Oh, hey, Tubi. Yeah, we could use some excitement.
You know exactly where to find excitement, Randy. Just say the magic words.
Wisconsin Dells!
It's not hard to have fun when you know the magic words. Start planning your next trip to the water park capital of the world. Go to wisdells.com and get your free vacation guide.
What's in a union label? Pride, expertise, the highest level of standards, and understanding that you're never off the clock. Charged with standing up for others, to fight for fairness, opportunity, equal pay, an obligation to help everyone succeed, a commitment to protecting what makes America possible. What's in a union label? Everything that matters most.
Satellite and DSL issues? Dude, it's bad.
This is one of the best.
So first my dad started doing this. And then my mom was like, and look at Cocoa Puff.
Dispatch, it's a satellite DSL disaster.
Poor Cocoa Puff.
Get me the Extreme team. Need an extreme upgrade? Get the all-in-one entertainment system with TiVo and faster internet up to 200 meg. Call Mediacom today.
Right now at Feldco, it's Grand Slam Savings.
Call 866 for Feldco.
For a very limited time, you can save $1,000 on Feldco windows with a $1,000 instant savings card. Plus pay no interest for 1 year. It's Grand Slam Savings.
These Grand Slam savings won't last long, so hurry. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Join us for the Fallen Heroes 5K1 July 1st and support America's Gold Star families and their mission providing honor, hope, and healing to those grieving military loss.
Mike Madigan will do anything to keep power, even take down Illinois. Madigan's puppets blocked the budget, stopped property tax relief, and now want to raise taxes by billions. Madigan and his cronies reject reform and let Illinois crumble. We elected Bruce Rauner to reform Springfield. That's why Rauner's pushing a balanced budget and long-term property tax freeze to grow jobs. It's a new path to save Illinois because Rauner means reform. It's time we rebuild Illinois.
Closed captioning sponsored by Always Here Hearing Center. You're watching WMVD News at 5.
Heads up for driver, daytime lane closures will begin tomorrow on Illinois 6 in both directions north of War Memorial Drive to Knoxville Avenue. Closure is to allow necessary shoulder work to be done. Work is expected to be finished by June 30th. American Airlines cancels nearly 40 flights in Phoenix, Arizona because of the heat. The cancellations apply to flights that arrived or departed from 3 to 6 p.m. when the temperatures are expected to hit 118 degrees Fahrenheit or higher. You can call American Airlines to reschedule for free, or you can request a full refund. None of the flights at Peoria International Airport were affected by this heat wave. Delta Airlines has a new way of checking your bags at the airport. It debuted self-service kiosks at Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport Monday. Now, if the passenger has a passport, they can use a facial recognition machine to check their bags. It takes about 30 seconds for a face to be verified.
It's about speed, it's about reducing lines, it's about allowing customers to be able to go through the travel ribbon, utilizing the technology that's out there.
Delta says any scanned facial images are immediately deleted after a match is confirmed and will not be sent to a central database. Delta is also testing the kiosks in Atlanta and New York. Well, try it before you buy it with Amazon Prime. We'll explain the new membership perks right after the break.
Tonight on the CBS Evening News, temperatures skyrocket into the triple digits as a heat wave grips the Southwest. Just released police dash cam video shows the fatal shooting of Philando Castile. The Minnesota officer who killed him was acquitted last week. And take a walk on the wild side with these product testers. Tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Get ready. Your summer crush is here.
This is Candy Crush.
We're building the biggest game show arena.
This is mind-blowing.
To play one of the most popular mobile games of all time.
Sweet. Match candies as fast as possible. You afraid of heights?
Have you been up here?
Swipe smart.
Mario Lopez hosts.
We are gonna crush it.
Candy Crush premieres CBS July 9th.
Take your living room to the next level with custom upholstery at Furniture Row. Choose from a huge selection of designs and configurations and hundreds of designer fabrics to bring your design visions to life. Dream it, design it, own it. Only at Furniture Row.
Your local Ford dealer announces a special limited time offer on Ford Escape. 0% financing for 72 months or over $5,000 in total savings. That's right, 0% financing for 5 years or over $5,000 in total savings. It's the deal of the year on Escape with a foot-activated liftgate and blind spot information system. All with 0 for 72. Hurry, offer ends soon. For a limited time, get an Escape with 0% financing for 72 months or over $5,000 in total savings.
Take your living room to the next level with custom upholstery at Furniture Row. Choose from a huge selection of designs and configurations and hundreds of designer fabrics to bring your design visions to life. Dream it, design it, own it. Only at Furniture Row.
If a nursing home injures your mom or dad, call Parker & Parker.
This will last forever.
Better get Maaco. Transform your car today for as little as $2.99 at Maaco, America's Body Shop, and see Transformers The Last Night in theaters June 21st.
How's Jim? Better. He's coming home soon, and I'm going to assure that he doesn't fall again. Really? I listened to you and called Bathfitter. Bathfitter came into our home and turned our old tub into a beautiful new walk-in shower. They took care of everything, the shower seat, safety bars, and even the shower doors. Now we can safely stay in our home longer.
This month only, 0% APR financing for 24 months.
This will last forever.
Better get Maaco. Transform your car today for as little as $2.99 at Maaco, America's Body Shop, and see Transformers The Last Night in theaters June 21st.
East Peoria on the Storm Tracker Skycam Network, sponsored by Smart Local 1.
Running free in a U.S. Adventure RV. Frying up the breakfast, bacon in the show me state. To sunset at the Golden Gate. From the mountains to the Mississippi Palisades. We're running free, U.S. Adventure. From a travel trailer out in Yellowstone. Through the rolling hills in a rolling home. The good life begins when you're on the road. Running free in a U.S. Adventure RV.
You're watching WMPD News at 5.
Fighters is coming to Central Illinois this fall. The band will play at the State Farm Center in Champaign on November 8th. Tickets go on sale starting July 13th at 10 a.m. You can call the State Farm Center or visit statefarmcenter.com to purchase tickets. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you'll soon be able to try on clothing and accessories before buying them. It's part of a service called Prime Wardrobe. Now here's the deal. Prime members can choose 3 or more items to be shipped. You'll have 7 days to try them on with free return shipping. Members will get a 10% discount if they keep 3 or 4 items, or a 20% discount if they keep 5 items or more. The U.S. Postal Service is issuing a unique stamp. It's a photo of a total solar eclipse captured in Libya more than a decade ago. It's the first stamp to use what's called thermochromic ink. When your finger touches the stamp, when it's black, the image changes to the moon on the right. Now, once a stamp cools, the black eclipse returns. The next real total solar eclipse is expected on August 21st. But don't go anywhere. Chris has a final look at the forecast next.
Check this out. Prices are even lower at Kroger. Yep, we've lowered prices on thousands of items again. So saving is way easier with lower prices you'll love on fresh produce. Low prices on our awesome brands. Low prices in every aisle. You're gonna love how easy it is to save with low prices every day at Kroger.
Take home pints of blueberries. They're 2 for only $4. And pork spare ribs are just $1.49 a pound.
Hi, I'm Jill McGee, Service Manager at Peoria Toyota.
Our truly exceptional service department handles all makes and models with pricing that compares with anyone. Enjoy a smoothie or a latte on us in our state-of-the-art Wi-Fi equipped waiting area. We even have complimentary loaner cars for every qualified repair. Every day you tell us our commitment to service earns your business, and we want you to know we're good listeners. Truly exceptional service. That's Peoria Toyota.
At your service now at PeoriaToyota.com. Tested, trusted, truly exceptional.
Hello, I'm Kylie.
And I'm Sienna.
The news flash today is this. A couple sleazy salesmen have been sighted in our beautiful neighborhoods nearby soliciting windows. Replacing their windows are an investment, so why take a chance? Call Window World.
Yes, they are friendly, no-pressure window consultants.
They're also known for their industry-leading lifetime warranty on all their windows.
Not to mention, they've won 3 out of 4 J.D. Power Awards.
Why go for the gimmicks or limited time offers?
Call 1-800-NEXT-WINDOW today.
You wouldn't know, not long ago, one of these skaters suffered a leg injury, which kept her off the track. But that was before she found Dr. Lawrence Lee and the Orthopedic and Shoulder Center. After a minimally invasive procedure and state-of-the-art rehab, she was back jamming her way through the pack. So, which skater was it? Dr. Lawrence Lee and the Orthopedic and Shoulder Center. Minimum invasion, maximum results.
This spring, pick your power. Steel fuel-powered equipment is the #1 selling brand in America, and the Steel Lightning battery system delivers the power to do more on a single charge. Right now, you can pick fuel or battery at a great price, with trimmers starting at just $129.95. Or choose one of our popular easy-to-use blowers, starting at just $139.95. Pick your power, then pick up a Steel. Visit SteelDealers.com.
Get ready. Your summer crush is here.
This is Candy Crush.
We're building the biggest game show arena.
This is mind-blowing.
To play one of the most popular mobile games of all time.
Sweet. Match candies as fast as possible. You afraid of heights?
Have you been up here?
Swipe smart.
Mario Lopez hosts.
We are gonna crush it.
Candy Crush premieres CBS July 9th.
Here's what you can see tonight on WMBD, Central Illinois Proud. Pontiac on the Storm Tracker Skycam Network, brought to you by Pontiac RV. You're watching WMBD News at 5.
Welcome back. Let's check in with Paul Cicchini for a look at what's coming up on WMBD News at 6. Hey, Paul.
Alyssa, thanks. Governor Rauner is set to address the people of Illinois as lawmakers prepare for a special 10-day session. Now, he's expected to discuss the importance of unity as the General Assembly gets back to work on the budget. Plus, we're hearing from State Senator Chuck Weaver about his expectations for tonight. And you're weighing in on whether mobile retailers should be banned from selling smartphones to pre-teens. We'll have more on these stories and more coming up tonight on WMBD News at 6. Alyssa?
Thanks, Paul. And also the weather.
The weather, 62 degrees tonight. We have to deal with these pesky storms early, mostly clear. Winds will be calm unless you're under one of those storms. Then expect gusts between 30 and 40 miles per hour. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, warm, highs back into the mid-80s, south wind 5 to 10 miles per hour. Beyond that, we should be dry tomorrow, but there's going to be a very slight chance of an evening storm, mainly from a cluster coming in from the west. We should be dry through Thursday, but it will be hot, very summer-like for the second full day of summer. Chance of storms returns Thursday night and through Friday.
A little bit of a mixed bag there.
That's right.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Chris, and thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here at 6.